Hello again, Michael Friedrich here from beautiful North Carolina. And today, before we get started, let me give a big shout out to my father-in-law, who just went through two pretty major back-to-back surgeries and appears to be doing well, so thanks for that. And also a huge big shave happy birthday shout out to Paul Humphreys. Happy birthday. All right, let's get started for today. Two things, two new. The first is a set of products from the Sudsy Soapery. I've used the soap before. I think it was November of 2015. I'm going to be using this white sage and lime scent throughout shaving soap, Aftershave Balm, and the Splash as well. So this is the same formula as before. This is a very nice, creamy, somewhat tacky soap. The scent on it just has a really nice mix of sort of herbaceous sage and an undertone of not overly sweet lime, kind of a dark green lime to it. It's not like a sugary sweet lime candy kind of scent. This is again a very dense, creamy soap. It has three butters in here. It's a coconut oil based soap. It does include kaolin clay and bentonite clay, and it's cocoa butter, kokum butter, and shea butter for the shave soap. Today's razor is going to be a new razor for me. It's the Fatip Grande. I've so enjoyed the Testina Gentile, and I figure might as well try the big brother for that. So that is a 3-piece razor. I went for the Grande, which actually is the short handle, which I'll show you in just a moment. 3-piece razor, top cap, brand new Wilkinson Sword blade in there. It is an open comb design. The Fatip Testina Gentile, of course, is a closed comb. You can see there's the open comb. My Testina Gentile is actually out on loan right now. There is the handle. I went for the same handle as the Testina Gentile simply because I'm very familiar with it and it just feels good to use. This is a short, heavy, but hollow handle. So let me just screw that together. I do have a washer in there. I really like the design of these razors. It's just something kind of retro and cool. The posts are just really well done. We'll talk about the shave in just a moment. Okay, let me go get I still have quite a bit of this pressed into the Captain's Choice loading bowl, and today's brush is going to be the Wormy Cherry Burl with Malachite from Steve Bento. This is the NV2 Knot Nathan Clark. What a fantastic brush. Really been enjoying that all week. Just a big, huge, wonderful badger hair knot. Silver tip, of course. All right, let me go ahead and get this loaded. I'm going to do this with a relatively dry brush, and then I'll add water as I'm building the lather. Always starts up a little bit frothy, which I think mostly actually is the loading bowl. I'm going to give this a good heavy load as always. No reason to skimp, particularly on the last day. This is going to be 2.5 days. I shaved Thursday night was the last shave, so a little bit more than usual, but I think as you will soon see, that will not be a problem at all. All right, I'm going to drip just a bit of water in there. Yeah, for those of you that have posted questions about sort of loading your brush or how to get enough soap in the brush, things like that. Thing about it is when you're loading and you think you have like a nice pace, but it just doesn't seem to be going on there, add a bit of water to the bowl as you're loading your brush up. There's really no reason not to. Just makes it loading a little bit easier. All right, that is looking pretty good. There we go. Scoop some of that out. This brush does have a tendency to sort of collect lather around the base of the knot, so I'll just have to continue to scoop that out. Okay, let me just go ahead and drip a bit of water onto the brush. Get my face wet for a moment with one hand because I'm holding the brush in the other. Yeah, the soap formula has apparently not changed since the first time I had a chance to use the soap. I think of the ones that I had before, the Twice Mint is the one I enjoyed the most. It's a fantastic mint scent. I think that was peppermint and spearmint. Soap performance was a huge surprise. I didn't know what to expect, and you know, this is another vegan recipe with as many organic ingredients as possible. Yes, it does include 2 kinds of clay. So again, if you are non-clay purist, you'd have to skip these, which again I think is a big mistake. All right, as you can see, nice creamy lather starting to form, but that's clearly too dry. So, drip some water onto the brush and keep building the lather. Yeah, that's already looking a little bit better. There we go. Really work that up, and then I'm going to add just a touch more because I did load pretty heavily. Yeah, the scent on the soap, as I said, is kind of herbaceous. You know, it definitely smells of the sage. This is not at all kind of your traditional barbershop or cologne style scent for the shave soap. I do really like it. It's just one of those scents you just keep smelling. Just a really kind of intriguing, simple but well done scent. All right, there we go. Plenty of soap in the brush as well. All right, now I was a bit hesitant about the Fatip, but you know what? Some people said it was very aggressive, and others said actually there's really not much to it. It just have to take care of it a little bit, like with any razor. Blade exposure is really actually not that bad. You know, I've not had any issues about blade alignment or assembly. There is a minor overhang, but there is just a touch. All right, let's go ahead and start shaving. This is the first pass with the grain. The Wilkinson Sword blade made it for the entire week of shaves except Thursday night on the last pass. Nope. Not gonna go another day. Now, you can definitely feel the blade, but although you can feel the blade, it doesn't feel like it's out of control at all. So it doesn't feel like, so for me, the Razor Rock Jaws, I think, is the one where it comes, you know, the first to mind. A very efficient razor, but also with a lot of kind of what I feel like is a bit blade chatter. As you can see, this is taking the hair off, no issues. Now, I will say that you can definitely feel the blade, and if you press down, you're going to be taking off a little bit of extra skin as well. So you really need to watch with this razor. Very light pressure, don't press down. I've had really no issue shaving with this week. Very easy to find the angle. All in all, a very, very pleasant week of shaves. The soap is, as I remember it, creamy and slick. Real pleasure. Light touch. I think again, this is one of those razors where maybe because of the feel of the blade on your face, maybe because of the sort of the audible feedback, you know, the sound of the razor working, it may lead you to press down a little bit. There's absolutely no need for that. All right, so you can see plenty of lather in there. I'm just gonna wet tips of the brush again. Beautiful soft feel. Creamy and slick scent strength. It's not strong during the shave, but it's definitely present. In some ways, this scent I sort of class it with. It's not the same scent, obviously, as something like the triple eight from Razor Rock, or the Agua Balsamica from Mirsal, but sort of in that same the same category. Also got a thumbs up from my wife, so that's a plus. All right, this is going to be the across the grain. Now again, here, just watch the pressure, don't get crazy. This is really one of those razors where just let it do the work. Yeah, nice. Really, really nice. A great combo so far. Yeah, you know it's good when I get quiet. Just really enjoying that. Turn out a little bit. Now, there was a person who posted about just having difficulty sort of around or under the chin. So this is one of those cases where if you don't want to make a smooth sort of motion for that first pass, on your second pass, when you're going across the grain, you don't have to go entirely perfectly, sort of across the grain. You can change it up a bit. So I'm going to change, it should normally be like this, but what you can do is just, as you go across, just gently change the angle. And just sort of add a bit more coverage there. So if you're worried about the against the grain here, you don't really need to. You can do two passes that are across the grain and just change up the angle a little bit and give yourself some very good coverage under the chin that way. There we go. All right, mustache. That's a spot, for example, where I find riding the guard, where you have the razor with more of the guard than at this particular angle, more comfortable. Yeah, this razor is really taking it off, and I mean, you can feel it, but I have to say, as aggressive as that razor might be, it does not feel unsafe to me at all. I have not really had any sense of just like an imminent. I'm going to load just a bit more extra soap, by the way, just because I can. Really no reason. I don't have to, but I just have plenty in here, so I'm just going to load a bit extra. Yeah, the razor does not feel, at least to me, unsafe in use at all. It's comfortable. Yes, if you press down, you are going to give yourself some razor burn or maybe some irritation. And just watch the pressure. But so far, so good. Just pull up a bit of the soap out of the brush. You can see kind of beautiful creamy sheen to that. Yeah, I saw only recently noticed that they had actually worked with another vendor, Chatillon Luxe, to produce the soap for their scents, which I think is a wonderful option and great recognition of the quality of the soap. There we go. And if I need to, there's still plenty in there, which I may just dab on. Gorgeous. Okay. This is going to be the against the grain last pass. Okay, here we go. Again, try not to drip as much water in my ear. Very light touch here. There we go. Next side, same thing, light pressure, just sort of really gliding. Wow. That's feeling pretty good right there. Beautiful layer of slickness from that soap, just makes it so easy. There we go. All right, rinse off. Now, just like last time, this is a very creamy, slick soap. And so when you rinse, you can feel this kind of a reluctant or resistant layer of slickness, which just goes to show soap is fantastic, just really good. All right. Whew, 2 hands this time. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, for those of you that are concerned about my mixing of advanced and, beginner techniques for the rinsing, Okay, now, two additional parts of the shave. Let's do I believe these are both new, by the way, the Splash and the Balm. So here is the Aftershave Splash. Same scent, the white sage and lime. It's mostly witch hazel. What else is in here? There was witch hazel and glycerin. There's definitely menthol in there, aloe leaf, jojoba, and chamomile and calendula extracts. Definitely, you need to shake this before you use it. And you don't need to use a lot. Really, just a little bit goes quite a long way. So let me just put a little bit in. Ooh. Now for me, this has proven to be very mentholated. At least it feels that way to me, but I don't think it is. I think I'm just kind of a menthol wuss. You get this an immediate hit of the menthol. You'll see my eyes will begin to get a little red and watery. It has a nice, slick, lightly oily feel to it. Dries down very quickly and is immediately cooling, which for us right now, it is getting hot here already in North Carolina. Well, by the way, that was a exceptional shave right there. Smooth, very, very nice. Ooh, okay, let's let that sit and cool for a minute. Yeah, for me, this is sort of at the top end of how much menthol I would like. It's a bit vaporous, and so it sort of gets in your eyes a little bit. At least it does for me. I'm not used to using mentholated products. For those of you that are big menthol heads, this may be on the low side. I don't know. All right, let's give that a second to go off, and we'll talk about the Aftershave Balm. Again, just the same thing, the white sage and lime. This does smell a bit more, you can sort of smell the balm more. It is a slightly, it's sort of a viscous, creamy balm. It can separate, so if it does, and you see some oil beginning to form on the top, let me just wipe away these tears of joy. If you see that, you just mix it up again, and it just remixes almost immediately. This is very dense and concentrated. Whew, you can see my eyes like really watering. There we go. I'm going to put just a little bit more on, just like that. This contains hemp seed oil, beeswax, and mango, as well as witch hazel again. So go ahead and rub that in. Yeah, I cannot imagine using those super mentholated products. I think it would just be too much. This goes in very quickly, by the way. Goes in quickly and easily. There is I think maybe because of the beeswax, there is a slight sheen to it, but that very quickly goes away. And then you're left with a kind of a very soft, slick, kind of protective layer on your skin, which stays for quite a while. I've been very, very happy with that balm, actually. It lasts for quite a while. Your face feels refreshed immediately. Let me just, again, dry my tears. Yeah, the aftershave, I think it's just the menthol vapors. It's just, at least for me, is quite strong, but I have enjoyed it. I've used it every day, and I've been very happy with the results on my skin. I don't know if you can see. That was a fantastic shave. That just ended so well. All right. Wow, that was just a fantastic set of products. Let's sort of run through them end to end. Whew, wow, I am really happy with that. Okay, number one, the razor, the Fatip, the Grande. I've been avoiding this because I thought this was going to be overly aggressive, and I've not always had great luck with aggressive open comb razors, although there really is no relationship between the fact that it's open comb and closed comb and how aggressive it is. It really comes down to blade exposure and blade control. This proved to be actually very easy to use. I've had no issues, no nicks, no cuts. Just gotta watch the pressure. Don't bear down. This is not a razor to fool around with. If you do, you're going to get some irritation. 3-piece, minor overhang, still has the same kind of characteristic posts that descend that far. I think the razor looks fantastic. I am going to come out right now and say that there may be some very minor plating quality issues. I went for I think the regular chrome version. It might be nickel, I don't remember. But the most basic version, because if the plating comes off, I really don't care. I have a sneaking suspicion this too shall begin to show signs of wear, which, hey, that's just how it is. I'm more than happy with the quality of the razor. The plating is a nice aesthetic touch. Does not affect the shave at all, and the shave on that thing was fantastic. Used a Wilkinson Sword blade in there. Very, very, very nice fit. Next time I may go for one of the feathers, or maybe the Persona Lab Blue. We'll see how that works out. Okay, today's soap. Man, another great option. This is still a paper label, and I believe that they are switching to a plastic label. So if you're really concerned about water getting on the label and somehow mucking it up, which it will because it is just paper, that's one thing to bear in mind. They did switch to plastic tubs. The last one that I had were the metal tins. The Sudsy Soapery, this is the white sage and lime, 100% natural super cream triple butter soap. This is exactly as good as I remember the last one was. very easy to lather, slick, protective, very good post-shave, skin conditioning. So easy to shave with, just fantastic. The Aftershave Splash is also just very nice. For me, a little bit too high on the menthol, but that's just me. I'm going to continue to use it though, because in fact it is delightfully cooling, and effect on my skin has been fantastic. I just have to blink away the tears for a moment. Really enjoyed that. And then the Aftershave Balm. Rich, creamy. It does separate over time, so you just have to stir it up, but that is no problem at all. It goes on easy. As you can see, it's already starting to soak in. Give it about 15 or 20 minutes and that will be entirely gone, but you'll still be able to feel a very light, kind of smooth, creamy feel in your face, which I have really quite enjoyed. As you can see, that ended extremely well. That was a wonderful, wonderful shave. Let's not forget, fantastic custom brush from Steve Bento. This is the Wormy Cherry with the malachite inset and the ginormous Envy silver tip badger knot. Whew, wow, well, I don't know what to tell you. That was absolutely fantastic. I just want to thank you again so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please feel free to leave those against the videos. I try to get back to those as quick as I can. If you have a question that I can answer in one of the upcoming videos, please feel free to ask that, and where I can, I'll try to make a note in the comment, look for an answer to this besides the comment, be looking for that answer in a future video as well. And until next time, thank you and goodbye.